think there's a song called A Drop in the Ocean. I used to really like that when I was at school. A drop in the ocean means a very small or insignificant part of something big or whole. For example, the government's pledge to increase health funding by 100 million is a drop in the ocean compared to the billions that need to be spent. Number 2 is a lovely one. I think they're all lovely actually because I chose them myself for you. Number 2 is actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. This means that it's better to actually do something rather than just talk about it. For example, stop apologising to me and prove to me that I can trust you. Actions speak louder than words. That's a good one to use in your next fight with someone who has lost your trust. Number 3 is to add fuel to the fire. To add fuel to the fire. This simply means to make a problem worse, to exacerbate a problem. We learned exacerbate in another class, didn't we, recently? Comment down below if you remember which it was. For example, don't tell her about the delays, you'll just be adding fuel to the fire. Number 4 is the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. This means that it's your turn to make the next step or decision. For example, I've done all I can do, the ball is in your court now. Number 5 is to bend over backwards. To bend over backwards. This means to do whatever it takes to help someone. For example, our company is bending over backwards to satisfy our customers. Sometimes it can mean that you've helped too much, you've put in too much effort. Oh, I've been bending over backwards trying to solve his problems and he hasn't given me the time of day. To give someone the time of day is to give someone the proper attention. Number 6, to bite off more than you can chew. To bite off more than you can chew. This means to take on a task that is too big. For example, I think I've bitten off more than I can chew with this project. This is something I said all the way through my university degree. I was working, I had a YouTube channel, I was doing projects, I had taken on extra work. I bit off more than I could chew and I suffered the consequences, but it was worth it. I'm okay now. Actually, homework here. Have you ever bitten off more than you could chew? Let me know about the situation in the comment section down below. Maybe you were studying and working at the same time. Maybe you were trying to maintain a long distance relationship whilst doing an internship. I don't know. Let me know. Oh, number 7 is a good one. This is one my mum uses a lot. It's by the skin of one's teeth, by the skin of your teeth. This means to only just succeed something by a very narrow margin, by the enamel on your teeth, but we say skin. We don't normally say skin of teeth, but for this particular saying we do. An example, I think I might have passed that exam by the skin of my teeth. Only just. Number 8 is derived from a fable, I think, or a childhood story. It's to cry wolf, to cry wolf. This means to call for help when you don't need it. And I think the story is, I wonder if you have this in your own country and culture, a boy kept pretending that there was a wolf so that people would come, and in the end when a wolf did actually come, he called for help and no one came because they always thought that he was crying for help when he didn't actually need it. An example, my new flatmate is always crying wolf. Number 9 is to cut somebody some slack. To cut somebody some slack. This means to give someone a break, to stop judging them so hard. For example, you need to cut the interns some slack. They are still learning. Number 10 is to cut to the chase. To cut to the chase. This means to leave out all of the unnecessary details and just get to the point. An example, to cut to the chase, I'm not comfortable working alongside John anymore. Number 11. To get one's head around something, to get your head around something. This means to come to understand something, to work to understand something. For example, I'm going to spend tonight trying to get my head around this new legislation. Number 12 is to hear on the grapevine, to hear on the grapevine. This means to hear a rumour or an unconfirmed story. For example, I heard on the grapevine that our receptionist will be leaving us soon. Number 13, a personal favourite. It takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 to tango. You've got to be comfortable with the t sound to say that. It takes two to tango. This means that actions or communications need more than one person. For example, don't just blame him for the affair. It takes two to tango. Two parties were involved in that bad behaviour. Number 14 is to miss the boat. To miss the boat. This means to miss the opportunity to do something. For example, I think you've missed the boat on that application. They've already started interviewing candidates. Number 15 is a lovely one. It is a piece of cake. A piece of cake. This means really easy. That pop quiz was a piece of cake. Number 16 is pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. This means calm down and act normally. It's normally said when somebody is stressing out. For example, I think you need to pull yourself together and stop stressing about the presentation. Number 17 is to sit or to be on the fence. To sit on the fence. To be on the fence. This means to stay neutral and to not take sides. For example, I'm sitting on the fence on this one. I don't want to offend anyone. Number 18 is to step up one's game. To step up your game. This means to start performing better. For example, if you really want to get this promotion, you'll need to step up your game. Number 19 is to sell someone out. To sell someone out. This means to snitch on someone or to let their secret out. For example, I asked you to keep that information to yourself. I can't believe you sold me out like that. And number 20 is, your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. This means, I don't know, or I have no idea. For example,